Time to tune in. Now another Sports Center. It's a movement.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. It's your host and yours truly, Doug Smith. I got my co-host in the house with me here tonight, Mr. Adrian Campbell. What's going on, sir?
Yo, what's going on there, Big Doug?
Good, man. Hey, look, man, things are crazy in the NFL right now, man. But probably my favorite division right now in the whole NFL right now, and could possibly hone the next Super Bowl champion in it, is going to take and be the NFC West. Now, in this episode, if you're a fan of the 49ers, Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams, any of those teams, and of course, you guys already know the Seattle Seahawks, that's the most active division right now in the NFL. A lot of big moves, a lot of blockbuster deals happening. But we're going to do a prediction for every single team in that division. So stay tuned, because we might actually shock you. You might like what you hear. We're going to bring up a lot of good points. Or you might dislike what you hear. Regardless, go down in the comments, comment below. But the team we're going to take and kick it off first is going to take and be the Arizona Cardinals, who are not shy that they are trying to make a championship run. Adrian, you go ahead and kick it off first, my friend. How you got the Arizona Cardinals going?
All right, man. Look, Arizona Cardinals, y'all see the Rams hat. Y'all know what it is. They have not beat the Rams since Cliff Kingsbury has been there, since Sean McVay took over. They have not beat the Rams not a single time. And I got bad news for Cardinals fans this year. Y'all finishing at the bottom of the division again, man. I hate to say it. I really do. It's looking like a 7-10 season for the Arizona Cardinals. I know they made some offseason acquisitions. They went and got AJ Green. They went and brought J.J. Watt over. I don't think that's enough. They went and who was it? I think it's Gabe Jackson that they went and got for their offensive line. I know they made some changes on their offensive line, but it wasn't enough to keep Kyler Murray upright. I think the real question is going to be, does Cliff Kingsbury have something else in his pocket? Because I feel like we've seen it, and it's basically Kyler run until something comes open and then pray to God that D-Hop can bring it down. And if that's going to be the methodology going forward for this season, you're going to have similar results to last season. Reports early out of training camp is AJ Green looks good. He looks young again. Of course he looks young. Of course he looks, good again. It's training camp. The guys that he's going against are not trying to take his head off because they want him healthy for the season. We will see if he holds up. He has not held up for an entire season and God knows how long. So we'll see what happens with him. J.J. Watt is already out with a little injury to his ankle and stuff. When's the last time J.J. played a full healthy season? Not to mention, they pissed off what's my man's name that's down there? It's not who's that? Chandler Jones is down there.
Oh, yeah.
But either way, they didn't piss him off by giving money to everybody except for him. And he won out.
He's been there too. He's been a loyal soldier, man. He's put up with the disappointing seasons as well, man. So I can't say I blame Guy, but you got a disgruntled guy who wants out. I would not be surprised if he does end up getting moved this season. We'll see what happens. Their corners are suspect, especially with Pat P no longer in the building. He's over in Minnesota. So like I said, man, I don't know. They want to be good, but it just seems like they're not making any of the right decisions. I mean, we see their draft picks. They had pretty good draft picks, but it's not about like the actual, what they were doing in college. How is that going to translate to the NFL? How are the coaches going to use them? I was very high on Isaiah Simmons coming out of the draft last season, and he was non-existent. He was non-existent on this team last year, and I don't know if he just wasn't picking up stuff or they weren't utilizing him properly. Maybe he'll have a better season this year. But if that's any indication of, how Cliff Kingsbury is utilizing those draft picks, it's not looking good for them this year. I got you. So for me, I have them. I share a lot of those sentiments. I will say I love what they're doing on offense. I love it. Now, obviously, the O-line definitely could use some work. Keeping Kyler Murray upright is going to help out his confidence. It's going to take and help them win games, most importantly, because games are won and lost in the trenches. A lot of people, they see, Rondale Moore, this. Love Rondale Moore. Had him on the show. I think he's going to do great things. But, you gotta have a good low line. Now, obviously, he has legs. He's able to take and get out of the way and stuff like that, move the pocket with him. I think the O-line got a little bit better, but I need to see more, and that's just what it is.
Here's the thing. I got them going 10-7. I have them going 10-7. Potentially, they could sneak in. They could sneak into the wild card. They could sneak into wild card. A lot of exciting pieces on that offense, but 10-7, man. I can't go any. I can't go any higher than that, man. Can't go any higher.
Man, Arizona fans, y'all make sure you send my man Doug a gift basket or something, because that's probably the most generous prediction that I've heard this season for y'all. Period.
Hey, look, I'll take that, or you can subscribe. Hey, my Cash App information is down below. All right, next team we're going to take and cover the very exciting San Francisco 49ers. We're going to take and cover them next right now. Now, with the 49ers, man, y'all know what time it is, man. They're on the move. Obviously, they got Jimmy G in there, and somehow, obviously, they made statements recently that that their brand new quarterback is going to take and potentially start at some time throughout the season. Adrian, man, where you got the Arizona Cardinals going this year?
49ers.
Excuse me, 49ers. My bad, 49ers.
All right, look, man, I hate the 49ers. I hate them with a passion. I really do. But I got to respect what they've been able to do on the field against my Rams. I hate it. It makes me sick every season. I dread playing them because for the last 2 years, Kyle Shanahan has had Sean McVay's number. But I got another bad year for them. 9-8 this season. I know 49ers fans outraged in the comments, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Let's be realistic about it. Let's have the conversation. Go ahead and have a seat, 49ers Nation. Let me talk to you for a second. Y'all have had one winning season since Shanahan took over. And it ended the same way that the Rams Super Bowl season ended. Y'all lost, period. Outside of that, y'all haven't had a winning season. Y'all haven't even been above 500. So this year, I'm giving you guys progress. You're going to be above 500, but you're ultimately going to end up missing the playoffs. I know everybody is very excited about Trey Lance. He hadn't put enough on tape in college for me. I get why there's reasons to be excited about him. Once again, more training camp reports. He's out dueling Jimmy Garoppolo. He's looks good. He's making all the, big time off schedule throws, and he looks impressive and stuff like that. That is all good and well in training camp. The defense is not trying to murder you in training camp. Let me see how this guy reacts in an actual game situation before we go ahead and crown him, as I've already heard some people say, Patrick Mahomes 2.0. I don't believe it.
That's bold. Wow.
Okay. It also, let's be very, very real about it. Barring the Indianapolis Colts hitting up the 49ers and inquiring about Jimmy Garoppolo, I fully expect Jimmy Garoppolo to start for the majority of the season until he ends up getting injured in that, September to October range, as Jimmy Garoppolo tends to do. That's just the way it is. The biggest question for this team is, can they stay healthy? Because the talent is there. As a Rams fan, I can't even argue that they're not a talented squad. They're a very talented squad. And they have, in my opinion, the best inside linebacker in football, in Fred Warner, and he's playing on a new position. And, I don't think he's going to be one of these guys that falls off after he gets his money. I think he's going to show up and prove to everybody why he deserved to get that check. I would expect him to. But the thing that nobody is talking about, as good as, Shanahan is with the offense, he's not really known for being a defensive mastermind. Robert Saleh really had that defense going. And I know they have, what's his name? It's LaFleur's little brother that's over there that's going to be taking over that operation. But what incentive do I have to believe that they're going to be the same defense that they have been under Robert Saleh? I think they're going to be missing a big part of that equation. And I just wonder if the people that they brought in to help fill that, if they can.
Mike
LaFleur, thank you. So, like I said, 49ers, I know you hate me because you see it, and that's fine. Just know I don't like y'all either. 9-8, missing the playoffs.
Okay, I got you. They're low key gonna be a scrappy. They're gonna be a scrappy team this year. They're gonna be some very good teams this year, I do believe.
They always are scrappy. They're always scrappy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And they got obviously, the new Jets, New York Jets coach. That's a big loss to the 49ers. So Definitely have to take and see what their current defensive coordinator currently takes and does. But I'm right in that ballpark, man. I actually, we say you got them going 9-8. I got them going 9-7-1 with a tie. That's how scrappy this team is going to be. I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but the 49ers, man, the 49ers, they're one of those teams, man, that they very well could be itching back in the Super Bowl in years to come, assuming that the rebuild goes well, assuming that Trey Lance develops. There's a lot of things that are contingent on things, not like necessarily solid evidence. Like you look at, the Buccaneers, solid evidence of a Super Bowl caliber team, right? I'm not one who builds into hype. I want to take and see what you're currently doing right now, what you've done recently, and then what, I got to look at what's in front of me in order for me to give a prediction. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a good season. I think, like I said, you guys probably the 49ers probably missed the playoffs probably by like 1 to 2 games, but a very scrappy division, 9-7-1. That's what I got. Next team that we are going to take and talk about, it's going to be Seattle Seahawks. Now, there's a lot of drama this year with Russell Wilson, very similar to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, very similar situations. But it seems that things, the storm is over, and now it's all sunshine and no more clouds over in the Seattle area. Things are looking good. Had a pretty solid draft. I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off first. Now, Seattle, they're one of those teams, man, that I feel like they're better coached than the players than they actually have. Like, obviously, Russell Wilson probably has the highest IQ of any quarterback in the National Football League. If not, you got to put him in the top 3. He's causing a lot of havoc for the Rams, a lot of havoc for the Cardinals, and also as well the 49ers. Excellent, dude. He is such an excellent player, but he got knocked the hell around this season. It was really, really ugly. So my big question is, did that O-line get better? Well, with the recent additions on their O-line, I'm going to say yes, that their O-line did get better. I don't think it got a lot better. But here's the thing. I got the Seattle Seahawks taking and going 10-7 and making the wild card. Now, obviously, we're only doing regular season predictions. That's for another video, another day. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you can stay in touch with us. But yeah, I'm going 10 wins, 7 losses. Very easily could be 11 or 12 wins, but I got to see something a little more. We can't be having our guy Russell get knocked around like that. So 10-7, what I got.
Yeah, I think that's respectable. That's pretty close to what I got him going, man. I've got the Seattle Seahawks going 11-6. Spent a few years living in Washington myself, living amongst the 12 in enemy territory. God, it was annoying, but that is a loyal fan base. It made me sick to my stomach being up there. Beautiful, beautiful state. I just can't stand being around the 12s, but it's always good when the Rams are beating the Seahawks. And that has happened more often than not since McVay has showed up and started coaching there. But you hit it on the head, man. It's Russell Wilson. That is the engine that makes this team go. And I don't care how bad their offensive line is. I don't care how bad their defense is. Russell Wilson is an absolute magician, and you have to respect him. You don't have to like the man, but you absolutely have to respect him. And you know that he has a very special connection with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, 2 big threats out there that you have to respect. You got to put your best guys out there. Lockett is shifty and fast, playing on a new contract. He's deadly inside the red zone. I don't think he's dropped a pass inside the red zone.
One of the best red zone threats in the National Football League. Hands down.
So, I mean, shifty, elusive, you name it. DK is becoming one of the premier receivers in the league. I think you can make the argument he's definitely top 10, if not top 5 receiver in the league. He's got the body. He's faster than what people thought he was going to be coming out of college. And, the chemistry is there with Russ. So, this is an interesting team. I think the questions for them once again are going to be their offensive line. I know they made some additions, and Doug, you feel like they got better. I don't feel like they got better. I feel like they're the same thing with new names. I think Russ is going to hit the pavement just as many times as he hit the pavement this season, if not more. The biggest thing for them too is what is going on with their corners? Their corners are like, who done it? They still have this situation with Jamal Adams where they got to pay him. They got to justify giving up the 2 picks. I know everybody wanted to talk crap about the Rams, giving up 2 picks and stuff like that. But we gave away 2 picks with Jalen Ramsey, paid him. Now we got him long term. And if y'all didn't watch the season that Jalen had last year, worth the money. Okay, proven commodity.
Totally.
We gave away 2 picks for Matthew Stafford, which even if you've watched Matthew Stafford in Detroit, and don't pretend like you have, because you ain't watching no Detroit unless you happen to be an NFC North fan or a Lions fan, you ain't watching Matthew Stafford. But if you would look at that guy, proven commodity in this league. Everybody wants to talk about the playoff stuff. I don't want to hear it. Because your favorite quarterback probably got just as many playoff wins, if not less, for your team, outside of a few greats that's there. So I don't want to hear it. I think he's going to justify his 2 picks this season. But yeah, Seahawks, man, they got some questions on defense. Is Jamal Adams going to be worth this big contract that they're going to give him? He's, in terms of a box safety, man. Yeah, he brings some pass rush, but we did see a lot of receivers get over on him last year. And then the tired thing came out at the end of the season. Oh, he was playing hurt. He wasn't at full strength. Just wait until he has a chance to heal up, and y'all will see next season. Why is it every time these prolific players have a quote unquote bad year, at the end of it is, well, I was playing injured. Well, buddy, there's probably 50% of the NFL that's playing injured at some point during the league. Like, make plays and make excuses. You can't do both. So I want to see it. But like I said, I got a lot of respect for Seattle and Pete Carroll and what they're doing over there. A lot of respect for Russell Wilson. We got a great rivalry with them. I got them going 11-6, and I do have them in the playoffs. Absolutely.
Definitely. Okay, so we right around the same area. Then, of course, the team that you're wearing on your hat right there, sir, and the team just popped up on the screen, Los Angeles Rams. All right, I'm going to kick this one off here first. Rams are a Super Bowl contender. I know a lot of folks before this last year's draft, before this current year's free agency frenzy, let me add in there. A lot of people just saying, oh, yeah, Buccaneers will be back next year. Well, there's another team that's challenging that. They're stepping on your toes. They're looking you in your eye, and they say, nah, this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. That's the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to go ahead and kick this off, man. I had a bold prediction for them. This is a scrappy division, so let me just recap everyone who I got. I got the 49ers 9-7-1. I got a tie in there. I got the Seattle Seahawks have them going 10-7. I got the Arizona Cardinals 11-6, and the Rams will win the division, and they'll win the division going 12-6. That's out of 17 games in the season. The Rams are obviously they suffered a major blow with Cam Akers. They still have a very good O-line, and they have another guy who's going to fit that role pretty well. Probably one of the most exciting wide receiver cores in the National Football League. Matt Stafford. And the reason why I really want to give him, I'll be real with y'all, I want to give him like 14 or 15 wins. I really want to. But similar to the Buccaneers last year, and I use the Buccaneers as an example, is that when you have so many new players on a team, they got to get used to playing with each other. It doesn't always like, oh, championship, yeah, that's it. No, like they got to get used to playing with each other. There's going to be some times where you're like, I don't think the Rams don't do anything this year. Look, let me put it this way. Last year's Super Bowl champs were 7-5 at one point in the season and a threat of missing the playoffs. They turned it around. So I'm expecting maybe a rocky start with the Rams, but once they get hot, watch out. Get the heck out the kitchen, because I got the Rams taking and going, as I mentioned, 12-5. Adrian, what you got?
All right. Look, go ahead and call me a homer right now.
Homer.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, because I absolutely am. I stand the Rams over here. That's what we do. 13-4. That's what it's going to be. Top of the division, Super Bowl contenders. Absolutely. I'm looking at this schedule, and here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, because y'all tuned into the show. I feel like I owe it to you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I didn't want to give them 13-4. I wanted to give them more wins, because I honestly didn't see the 4 losses on the schedule. But I'm trying to be a reasonable human being and curb my fandom a little bit. But the Rams are absolutely stacked from top to bottom. There's a lot of people that are on this roster that I don't think, unless you're a Rams fan, those are not household names. But please believe they're going to show up to play. Yes, Cam Akers, big setback for us. You said it. But I know there's a lot of names out there that people that are not fans of the Rams are not familiar with. And some big departures that we had both on our staff and on our team. But there's a lot of reason to be optimistic if you're a Rams fan. There's a lot of reason, just if you're a fan of football in general, to really believe in this team and to believe that they can go 13-4. Matt Stafford, regardless of how you feel about him on the Lions, this team is not the Lions. They are so far away from being the Lions. They're much better defensively and they're much better offensively. They're much better run from the head off, from the front office to the coaching staff. Have been since McVay's been there. So don't put them in the same category of the Lions. Matt Stafford is going to have a different kind of year on this team. They still have Darrell Henderson at running back, who is a home run threat. Yes, he has had some issues with durability and being able to stay healthy, but the name to watch, people, is going to be Xavier Jones. I know you guys don't know him because he came out of a little small school, but that's going to be the guy. Sean McVay is very, very high on this guy. He's very impressed with him. I expect him to get a very, generous amount of the load and shock a lot of people. Really quick, really shifty guy. Deshaun Jackson, is this the season that he can stay healthy? I have as big a fan of him as I was when he went to the Eagles. My brother is an Eagles fan, so I've been watching Deshaun Jackson for a long time. I want him to be healthy. There's nothing that tells me that he's going to make it the full season. God, I hope he makes it the full season, though, because he is still explosive over the top. I can't wait to see what they do with Tutu Atwell, the little shifty receiver that we drafted out of Louisville. Cooper Kupp is going to do what Cooper Kupp continues to do. Y'all going to stop disrespecting him and put some respect on my man's name. Also,
one of the best slot receivers in the game, too.
Look, I know you've seen the Madden rankings, and he ain't even up there for best route runner. He's not even in the top 10 best route runners, and I'm not even entertaining that. Also, you guys got to put some respect on my man Robert Woods. Definitely one of the best blocking receivers, and he's not loud. He gets in there and he does it. The Rams, those two guys quietly have amassed almost 1,000 yards receiving in the past 3 years individually. I know they just barely missed the mark last year, and I'm not talking about 1,000 combined. I'm talking about 1,000 apiece. Okay, Tyler Higbee is a threat at tight end. They also have Jacob Harris that I think is going to come on and replace Gerald Everett and be a much better version of Gerald Everett. He's drawing comparisons to George Kittle and what's my guy's name that's over in Oakland? He just left Darren Waller. Those are the guys that he's drawing comparisons to. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be that guy because he's transitioning from wide receiver to the tight end position coming out of college. So we'll see what happens with him. I'm not saying he's going to be that. I'm saying the measurables are there. The potential is there. This defense is still going to be anchored by the best defensive player, arguably the best player in the NFL, Aaron Donald. Argue with a wall. I'm not debating none of y'all. Jalen Ramsey, top corner in the league. Also, argue with a wall. Don't care what you got to say in the comments about it. Those two guys are going to anchor this defense. We've got a really young core of linebackers that I think are going to shock people between Trayvon Howard, Ernest Jones. Expect those guys to help anchor that. Sebastian Joseph Day is going to have a breakout season. Remember the name. Bobby Brown III also going to be a problem to reckon with on there. Big Wit seems to be the ageless wonder on the offensive line. There's a lot of names on the offensive line that I'm not even going to bother to go through because you guys don't know them, so I'm not going to waste your time talking about them. But Jordan Fuller is also a name to watch out for on the defense. He already has the green dot on in training camp, but for those of you who don't know what the green dot means that is the guy that is taking the play call from the coach, and he is calling the defense. It's a big responsibility. John Johnson III was the guy that did that for this Rams defense. The Rams have always been unconventional since Sean McVay has been there when it comes to play calling from the defense, because normally your Mike linebacker, your middle linebacker is the guy that handles those play calling responsibilities, not your safeties. But Jordan Fuller in his second year has the green dot. They are training him to be that guy. And just based off the body of work that he put up last season, I expect him to not disappoint, and we won't miss a beat back there, man. So 13-4. Everybody wants to say the Buccaneers are just gonna come back. Maybe y'all didn't watch last season, but we went to Tampa and we handed the Buccaneers a little something. And had it not been for the refs interfering, they would have got handed a lot more. But it is what it is. Respect to them. They ended up winning the Super Bowl last year, but the Super Bowl's in SoFi this year, and the champs are already in SoFi this year. Believe that. 13-4.
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, man, it's going to be fun, man. The NFC is, I know AFC is just a madhouse. So there's going to be like 4 really good teams that miss the playoffs. It's just so overcrowded with good teams. But in the NFC is a little bit more room, you know, still as much talent. But yeah, Rams are going to be a big threat. Definitely see Seattle sneaking in there. And I even got the Cardinals, man. But we'll see what takes that happens with that O-line over there. Well, Adrian, thank you so much for joining us on the show. You guys, make sure you go ahead down below, hit that subscribe button. It helps grow the channel. Also, thank you guys for helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. Help for us to get over to 2,000 subscribers. If you want to take and donate, help the channel continue to take and grow, go down below, taking out my Cash App that helps me get new, better equipment, all that good stuff. In the meantime, catch y'all next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Have a good night.
Hey, have a good night. We appreciate y'all.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, king crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy throw it down, yeah I'm ill, not my will, don't cop a fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman all the haters mouth, superhero hit them wow, packing more action than bing boom bam pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.